it's Dr. C, and today we will be going over probability and how to navigate a probability type question. We have this word problem here of probability of solving of a die. So it says blue is playing with a coin and a six-sided die that has one red side, two green sides, and three yellow sides. So the two things that we need to understand is that A, they're playing with a coin. So we know that's a two-sided coin and then a six-sided die. They also gave us the number of sides for each one. So we have one red, two greens, and three yellow. Okay? So that's the first thing. And so I always encourage people to draw what we have. So we have these things, and I did number the greens and the yellows for one and two, um, and yellow one, two, and three. So then we have two sides. So the first question is, if blue flips a coin and rolls the die, what are the possible outcomes? So this question is essentially asking us about sample space. Okay. So looking at both, we have for the die, we have red, green one, green two, yellow one, yellow two, yellow three. Okay. For the coin, of course, we have heads and tails. So if we put them together, we essentially have these outcomes, which is a total of 12. Okay. So that's for A. For B, it says, what is the probability that blue will have a result of heads on the coin and yellow on the die? So it says use words, numbers, or symbols to justify your answer. So we can do this one of two ways. So because we have our sample space, we know that probability is the desired outcome over the sample space or the total outcomes. All right. So we know we have 12. So we really just have to look. And for heads, we have one, two, three over the whole sample space, which is 12. So that's one way to do it. The second way is actually utilizing the multiplication rule in probability. So these two events are definitely independent because what you do for the coin has nothing to do with how you roll the die, right? So we know under the multiplication rule that if two things are independent and we're trying to figure out the probability of both, we will be multiplying these two together. So in this one, the probability of heads is 1 out of 2. Okay. We know that because there's heads, there's two in the sample space, it's 1 out of 2. For yellow, we know that there's three of them out of a six-sided die, so it's 3 out of 6. And then, so we know that if we did both, um, and we did the probability of heads and yellow, it would be 1 out of 2 times 3 out of 6. So if we multiplied these two together, we would get 3 out of 12, which would give us 1 out of 4. So that is our answer. Those are the two ways that we could have solved for this. I hope you found this to be helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. All right? Take care.